Hello everyone, very good morning. Am I audible? Ashish, Krishna, Naval,
Good
Setu, Zaid.
morning, sir.
Yeah, am I
Audible, sir.
audible?
Good morning, sir. You're audible.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Audible.
So just hold for 1 to 2 more minutes. Let everyone join. Then I will start the session. Okay. Hello everyone, very good morning. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Audible.
Yeah.
Yes, sir,
So
audible.
yeah. So let's do the discussion about topic that we have learned. We had discussed in the last session. Then I will start the topic for the today session. So in our previous lecture, as we have seen this diagram, and from this one we have come with the conclusion that we must have a proper logic. We must have you can say input output and the read write operations are in the proper sequence. Then and then we are in situation to identify that which operation we have to do. Okay, so we have also seen this diagram in which the input values are changed, and accordingly we can identify whether it's memory read, memory write, IO read, or IO write. Similarly, based upon that, we have prepared a same table also. We have seen this diagram also, as well as some basic concepts of the T-state and the machine cycle also we had discussed. I have also showcased a waveform part to you using the Tubin simulator. So let's do the again discussion about T-state because this topic we have to learn it today. So T-state is you can say microprocessor perform an operation in a specific time period, it's called as T states. So for example, for some operation, whatever the time required, whatever the operations required, for that one amount of some time required, and that is represented by the T state. Okay. Each clock cycle is called a T state. This one is also called as one T state. Okay. And here, if I draw another one, that is also called as T state. Similar to that one, there is one more definition that is called as machine cycle. So what is machine cycle? The time required to access the memory input-output device is called as machine cycle. Whatever the time required for the accessing machine, you can say memory part as well as input-output device, that is called as machine cycle. So always machine cycle is a larger one because in this one all the things are covered. But T state is only for a specific one. Okay, so always T state is a part of machine cycle, and always the machine cycles are less compared to the T state. I hope everyone understood this part. Like in this machine cycle, we have to do the opcode fetch part, right? So in this one, two T states are there. In the machine cycle 2, we have to work with memory read part. Okay. In this one, if we consider that there are different types of machine cycles, and the T states are there. Okay, so then there are different types of questions that we need to understand right now. Okay, so let's start with the discussion about this particular part. Let me share the full screen so that everyone can do the discussion about the same part. It's my request to everyone that please look at it carefully. It's really useful for the exam aspect also. Okay. Meanwhile, if you have any kind of question, yeah. Yes, I'm going to take a lecture of Setu sir, and I'm available in my cabin location. Okay, so let me write down my cabin location MA152. So in case if anyone have any kind of doubt, feel free to come over here anytime. Okay, so today's lecture of 10 to 11 and tomorrow's lecture also 10 to 11 of Setu sir, I'm going to conduct it. So what is machine cycle, and that is what we had discussed. Now let's discuss about one question. Question is, name the different types of machine cycle executed by the 8085 microprocessor. Different types of machine cycles that are executed by the microprocessor. So there are total 7 machine cycles are there in 8085 microprocessor. One is about opcode fetch. Generally, whenever some instruction like opcode means like if I say like instruction of any program, that is called as opcode. Okay. Like MOV, move is also one kind of opcode. If I say MBI, that is also opcode. LDA, STA, insert instruction, that is called as opcode. So for that one, generally it's available in the range of 4 to 6 T state. Second kind of opcode for the, you can say, machine cycle is called as memory read. Second types of machine cycle is memory read. So please remember, whenever some memory read part is there, it is going to perform in 3 T state. Memory read part performing the 3 T state. Second one is memory write. So memory write also requires 3 T states. Okay. Now the question is whether this number of cycles or states are fixed. Answer is yes. All the states are fixed. So this kind of time is required. For the input-output read part also 3 T states, and input-output write also 3 T states are required. Please everyone remember this part. Next is interrupt acknowledgement. INTR means interrupt acknowledgement is also one kind of machine cycle. And bus idle, so bus related to operation, that is what also performed here. So all these are the different types of machine cycles are there. Okay. Now the question is whether this all the machine cycles are applied, all the machine cycles are used. It depends upon your program. If you want to work only with simple data transfer, then specifics are used. If you are work only with memory, not with input output, then the IO machine cycle is not used. If there is not any kind of interrupts are there in the program, then the interrupt acknowledgement is not going to use, as well as input output also not going to use. So it depends upon the program that how many types of code, how which kind of program is there. Accordingly, the machine cycles are chosen. Is it clear to all? Is it clear to everyone? Yes or no? Ashish, Ahmad.
Yes, sir.
Now in this one, instruction cycle. If all the points are combined, okay? Because once this topic is over, we have to develop one program about identifying the T-state and machine cycle. Over there, all these concepts are used. Okay, so that's why I'm again and again insist to everyone that please read it and look at it carefully. Next concept is instruction cycle. So what is instruction cycle? So it is defined as time required to complete the execution of instruction. It is called as instruction cycle. Time required to complete the execution of instruction. So move is one instruction, MVI is one instruction, LDA is one instruction, and STA. Similarly, many instructions are there. So how much time required to identify the instruction and for completion? That is called as instruction cycle. Each instruction cycle consists of 1 to 6 machine cycles. So T-state is a part of machine cycle, and machine cycle and T-state is part of instruction cycle. So okay, so this is what hierarchy is there, and you need to remember. For example, this is one machine cycle, this is another machine cycle. In this machine cycle, 2 T-states are there. In this one also 2 T-states are there. But out of this, all the things are comes under the category of instruction cycle. So if I write down like move A, comma B, so that entire thing is going to consider under the instruction cycle. If I write down this kind of file and program, so every file line, after the file line, whatever the diagram is created, so this diagram is comes under the category of this particular instruction cycle. Okay. Is it clear about T-state, machine cycle and instruction cycle to everyone? Is it clear to all about T-state, machine cycle and
Yes,
instruction cycle? Yeah. So सबसे बड़ा कौन सा? Which one is most lengthiest or you can say biggest?
Instruction.
Instruction. Then after machine cycle and
Machine cycle. T-state.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Right. Very good. Very good. Along with that one, there are some status signals are also there. That is what you need to remember. This is what already we had prepared a diagram also in the earlier. Like if our input output part is 0 and S1 and S0 are 0 1, it is called as opcode fetch part. If I say this is S1 is 1, S0 is 0. This one is also 0, then it is called as memory part. Okay. This is 0 and this is 1. And IO memory part is 0, then it is called as memory write. Okay. So if I say I want to work with memory write part, operation, at that time you have to consider this equation: S1 is 0 and S1 is 1. Similarly, if you say you want to work with IO part, input output part, at that time you have to make S1 1 and S0 0. And with IO memory part is 1. So let's IO bar is there. Okay, here bar is there. I forgot to write down bar over there. So one thing that you have to remember right now, always check in your program whether it is related to memory part. Is it related to memory part? Then without thinking, you consider it as 0. If your operation is related to memory part, then you have to make IO memory bar is 0. Okay? Because memory 0 means memory bar become 1. So memory bar is become activate. Okay? This is one thing that you have to remember. Second thing that you have to consider that if the operation is related to read part, then this is 1 and 0. Any operation. You consider IO read operation even though it's 1 0. Okay. Another thing. If the operation is related to write, the operation related to write. Sorry. The operation is related to write. At here write and at here also write. So at that time, what is S1 and S0? It is 0 1. It's common for both the part, IO part and memory part. If the operation is related to some acknowledgement part, so for which part we have to acknowledge? Please remember, for the input and output only we have to give acknowledgement, right? So for the acknowledgement aspect, acknowledgement point of view, you have to give both have 1 1. And acknowledgement is also with the input output IO part. Okay. If there is no operation, then we have to consider this thing is 0 0 0. So always think in this smart aspect. No need to mug up, okay? But think in this manner so that Selmavet, you give the link of this one to the Mahi so that she can join, okay? I didn't get any request for the join. So please remember in this aspect that if operation related to memory, then what you have to give in IO memory bar? Anyone? Allah, because if operation is related, then what signal you have to give? If I want to do the operation related to memory, then in IO memory bar, what
0.
I have to give? 0, sir. Yeah, 0 I have to give. 0 I have to give. If I have to work with input output, then what I have to give in IO memory bar?
1.
1, sir.
1.
Yeah, 1 I have to give, right? Now let's say I want to work with read part. At that time, what condition of S1 and S0 I have to give?
1 0.
1 0.
Yeah, 1 0. So always choose this first, IO or memory part, then after read part, okay? And here also it's 1 0. If the operation is related to the write bar, then
0 1.
0 1.
0 1, sir.
yeah, it's 0 1. It's 0 1. If the thing is related to acknowledgement, then by default it's with the IO and memory bar, and the signal that we have to provide is 1 1. And there is a no operation with bus part, then we have to give 0 0. Okay. And for opcode fetch part, it's like 1 1. So I think it's easy to remember. Is it understood by everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Yogaraj,
Sir,
Ronis,
we don't have any interrupt in the memory side.
what? Please repeat.
We don't have any interrupt in memory side.
No. We just consider that whatever the thing is performed within memory part, it's to the point and very specific one. Because we have already factored in the memory part for the different operations.
Okay, sir.
But we don't know what is I/O. I/O may be a sensor or you can say any other device, so we have to acknowledge that. So it's outer one. That's why some acknowledgement is required. But memory part is within the system. So for that one, it's not required. Understood?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got it.
Yeah. Now the question is based upon that we have to make one diagram, whatever actually we have seen in the Jubin simulator. So what is actual timing diagram is? So timing diagram is basically one kind of graphical representation, because it's always be easy to look at the graph and try to analyze all the things. It's always easy. Okay, rather than the value, always graphical method is more easy, more suitable. It also represents the execution time taken by each instruction in the graphical format. How much time is taken? How much time is taken? What are the problems are there? What are the advantages are there? Everything is going to be control out, manage out. So this is how also it's affected. And this particular execution is represented in the history. This particular representation is maintained in the history part. So what we have to represent ultimately, we have to represent the instruction cycle, machine cycle, and T-state. So these three things we have to represent. Now let's look at some example of all the things one by one. The first thing that we have to understand here is opcode fetch operation. So the first operation in any instruction is opcode fetch. This step you need to remember. All the steps you need to remember anyhow. Okay, but it's very easy because always some questions are there related to the diagram drawing base. So in this one, whatever the program are there, always first instruction is about opcode fetch. Second thing, a microprocessor also needs to fetch this machine cycle from the memory. From where it has to fetch? It's from the memory part, and where it's stored before the microprocessor and begin the execution of the instruction. So it automatically first understood by the question. First we understood the question, then after what we need to do, we have to give some work with some machine cycle, machine code, because whether we have to work with some memory part or memory other IO part, that we need to understood first. Then and then we are in the position to work upon that. And then generally this opcode is contained in the 4 to 6 T-state. We will do some practice on the example also, so that it can be easily understood. Okay, at that time you feel that it's very easy. In the opcode fetch, in that one, first 3 states are the T1 and T3 are going to be used. If I consider 3 T state, then it's called as T1, T2 and T3. We are in the sequence. And so T1 to T3 are used for the fetching of the code, and T4 is used for the decode. So in the first, if I consider this is a 4 T state, so in that one, first 3 T states are used for the fetch of the data, fetch of the code. Out of 4, first 3 are used for the opcode fetching, and then after fourth one is used for the decode. Fourth one is used for the decode and execution. Fourth one is used for the decode and for the execution. Okay. Now, what are the rules? What are the rules and regulations? So in this one, if I say A8 to A15, they are group signal, and T1, T2, T3 are the states. A0 to A7 also group signal, and they are comes under the category of P1 state. They are comes under the category of P1 state. As we discussed, ALE, arithmetical address latch enable, it always comes in the first T step. It always comes in the first T steps of every machine cycle. Then after it become a loop. We can also consider the operations like read and write bar. They are also makes in the zero situation if it's not applicable. And we have to write down in the T2 and T3. So always, first of all, we will make ALE, then after read and write. Please remember this thing. First of all, ALE will be there, address latch enable, and then after read and write. It's like if we go to any restaurant, whether we directly start eating, what we have to give first? We have to give some order first. So how can we identify order? Order is identified based upon the ALE. It represents that now our system is ready. Address latch is enabled. Okay, then after we will start eating, or you can say any operation. So it's like reading and writing. Read cycles for that one, T1 is address and T3 is data. And for the write cycle, T2 and T3 are the data. IO and memory part in that one, S1 and S0 is there, that is what a group signal. And T2, T3, T4 are the different types of states are there. It's my request to everyone that take a one screenshot of this slide. My request to everyone to take a screenshot of this slide, because we have to apply this concept in our upcoming diagram. Whether you have taken this one?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now actually our picture is starting. So let's make up, and this kind of question asked in the 7 mark, okay? This kind of question asked in the 7 marks or 5 marks, depends upon the question. So first thing, let's say any one general program. Whatever words I am saying, just remember it. Now in this one, always T states are drawn like this one. T states are drawn like this one. It's low, then high, then second will start, low, then high, third, low, then high, fourth. Okay. I am telling you steps that you need to remember. Then after, you have to draw the line of A8 to A15, whatever I have discussed. A8 to A15 that you have to draw. After clock, A8 to A15 line. It's always like this. Please remember. It's like crossing means ending. Then after it reaches to a full line. And as you know, the A8 to A15 are called as higher order memory address. It's called as high order memory address. T4 is always be unspecified. T4 is always be unspecified. Okay. Please remember the pattern. Whatever the T states are there, T1, T2, T3, T4. After that, clock cycle is there, low, high, like this one. You have to draw this one whenever the question asked to you. At that time, you have to draw this one. Okay. Then after A8 to A15, it's like crossing and then higher up to the last cycle, up to the last T4. Is it clear till this point? First of all, tell me.
Yes, sir.
What about
Yes,
other?
Sir.
Zaina, Segni, Guta, Allah.
Yes, sir. Clear.
Yeah. Then after, address line which is lower order. So lower order is just ending after the first T states. Ending after the first T states means over here. You have to draw little bit shifted, okay? Don't directly end it here because every operation takes certain time. That's why we have just crossed the level. In ideal situation, diagram is look like exit square. So practically it took some time. That's why it's drawn like this one. As I mentioned, ALE, address latch enable, it always comes in the first T stage. T1 means at here. Then after in the rest of time it's lower level. AL is in the higher level, then after it will be lower. This is a low order part, memory address. Then after depends upon the operation, that is what going to perform here. This is generalized thing. Still I have not given any program, any question, but I am just telling the steps that you need to remember. In this one, whatever the opcode is there, like move, MVI, LDA, STA are the opcode. So all that are opcodes are here, and it's ended. Okay. Then next line is for the IO and memory part. So this line is look like this one. It have you can say input output line, memory line, as well as S1 and S0 status signal. Okay. So as we had discussed, one thing like if operation is related to the for example 0 here, that represents operation is related to the memory part, and if this thing is related to 1 then it's with which thing? Or 1 means 0 and 1 means memory read part operation, right?
Acknowledgement,
Yes, sir.
sir. On.
Opcode fetch part 0 and 1. Take a screenshot of this slide also, everyone. Everyone take a screenshot of this slide also. Taken?
Yes, sir.
Everyone please take a screenshot of this slide also.
Yes, sir. Done.
As I mentioned, it's related to opcode part. So memory part means it's 0. S1 and S0 also are specified, and it's opcode fetch, right? Now the last two things, it's read bar. So why it's read bar? It's a 0 activated signal. Right now it's 1. It represents that it has not to read. But whenever some opcodes are available, please remember this pattern. Whenever some opcodes are there, it has to read only for that time, right? Whether it has continuously read, whether our program is continuously start reading, or whenever some instruction is there. Whether it is going to continuously read the part without any logic, or it just read whenever opcode is available.
It will read whenever code is available.
Whenever opcode is there, for that time only it is going to read, because it has to also do a smart work. Okay, so whenever opcode is there, at that time only it is going to work as reading operation. So that's why I have drawn this line. Right? Now, okay. This one right bar operation is not required, so it's not there. It's not included here. Okay. Now let's look at one question. This is the same stuff whatever I had discussed. Okay. So let's do the discussion about one of the program. Before that one, let's do the discussion about this. This is same diagram, whatever I had discussed. In this one, we have to draw the timing diagram of memory read machine cycle of 8085. So the memory read cycle is executed by the processor to read the data byte from the memory. And how much time T state it will take? It will take the 3 T state. So if you observe that 3 T states are mentioned, so T1, T2, T3. clock cycles are lower, higher, lower, higher, lower, higher. A8 to A15s are the higher order address lines. AD7 to AD0 are the initially low order, and then after for the data part, okay, because you have to work with memory part. ALE part, as I mentioned, it's higher only during the first three states. Then after for rest of time, it's in the lower condition. IO memory bar S1 S0 are, I have mentioned that it's 0, means it's work with memory part. S1 is 1 and S0 is 0, so it's work with the memory read part operation, right? And as I have to work with read part, so whatever the position of the data is there, for only for that time it become a lower, because it's 0 bar, it become a 1. So at that time, if we consider 0, at that time it will be activated. So it's look like this one. Understood everyone this one? Everyone understood this part? Is there any question till this point? Is there
Yes.
any? Yeah. Understood everyone? Allah, Aya, Daniel, David, Dereje.
Yes, sir.
Now, one word that I am changing. Manish. Just, everyone just think about this question. I'm doing one change. You have to consider right bar. So what I suggest, you draw the diagram for this one. Rather than memory read, it's right. So what I have to do change? Everyone just think about this part. If I consider memory right, then what change I have to do? I'm
Sorry.
providing I'm providing a 2 minute to everyone to think about this one. Then after I will ask anyone randomly. Everyone just think about this part rather than read. And if I write down the right, then which kind of modification you will do in this diagram? Everyone, please look at it carefully. Everyone, think about the change. If I mention in this one, rather than read,
Sir,
I do change like right. Yeah.
sir, I have one question.
Yes, please ask.
Sir, in the timing signal rule, the rules for timing diagram, we said that for the read, we'll draw T1 address and T3 data. But I guess in here, it already started from T2, right? The data portion, D0, D0 to D7.
Yeah, actually it's moving like this one. So always first one I consider T1 like that one. That consider as per this diagram.
Okay.
Anyone can guess what if I did a change right bar here rather than read, if I do the right, then what change I have to do? Anyone? Ancho, Yograj, anyone? Right, value of S1 I have to make 0 and S2 1, and IO part 1 I have to do, IO memory part 1 I have to do, I have to work with right part. Let's verify. So At here the change is there. S1 0 and S0 1. Some students are always make a mistake here. They are writing S0 and then S1. But S1 is first, then after S0. So don't do any mistake like this one. Okay? Don't do the mistake. S1 is 0 and S0 is 1. Second thing, change what you can observe in this diagram. What change you can observe over here in this diagram? What change you can observe in this one? There is one change is there compared to last diagram. There is one name is changed. Let's look at this one. It's read part. So what I have to do change? It's read bar. Because it's read. And as it's right bar operation, I have to write down right bar here. Understood? Understood everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So value of S1, S0 and IO memory bar I have to change. Question related to right, so I have to change the right bar. Now one very simple program we are doing. My request to everyone that please try to understand this question because it's easy. Gradually we have to learn the difficult program as well. So if you understood this part clearly, then I'm guaranteed that you are in the position to get the 7 marks. 7 mark question. Okay, this is smaller question, so it's obviously of 3 to 4 mark question, not more than that. But based upon this one, you are in the position to learn up to the 7 marks question. And this question is definitely there in all the exam. It's very important. It's very, very important question. Okay. So in this one, as you are aware that it's MVI A, 32. So what first step that we have to do? Opcode fetch. So what is opcode over here? MVI. Instruction is your opcode. Instruction is your opcode. So we will fetch the opcode. We have drawn a clock cycle, same as whatever we had discussed. Low, high, low, high, low, high, low, and high. Then after, as our program is A, 32. Okay. So initially in the higher order address lines, we draw like this one and it's unspecified. No need to remember the 20 here. I'm again saying that if you no need to remember this one, let's say you are not remembering. Okay. Then after AD7 to AD0 comes in the first cycle, then 3EH. Now the question is in this one, actually if you consider data in the hex code, then it's converted. It's converted. But no need to remember this one also. But you have to write down opcode, right? You have to write down opcode word. If you say I'm not writing opcode, I'm not writing 3E, then it's problem. If you remember 3E, it's good, but it's not compulsory. Okay. So let's say you are not want to read this one. So I'm remove this one. Okay. Because every instruction have fixed hex code. Then the AL is there. AL is also again high and then low. Then what is IO memory bar? It's 0 because we have to work in memory part, and S1 1 and S1 S0 is also 1 because we are working with the opcode fetch part. Opcode fetch part. Now the timing, or you can say gap in which opcode is there, for that game we are writing the read bar operation. So read bar is like this one. Okay, this is what happened for the MVI. This is just happened for MVI. Now the second part comes here. What data we have to transfer? 32. Data that we have to transfer is 32. So for that one, second part comes here. That is memory read part. For that one, the 3 T states are required. Memory read part means 3 T states are required. 20 data we have to transfer, right? As we have written 20 here. 32 here. So it's 20 speaks, so no need to write down again. Let me erase that one also again. It's also same again, high order line. Now remember one thing, that this lower order line, you at here you are writing 0 0. So obviously after 0 0, what is next is 0 1. So after the 0 0, next is 0 1. So it's next 0 1 I am writing here. Second thing, the data that we have to transfer here, that we have to transfer here is 32. So at here I have to write down 32. So whatever data is there, that we need to write down. So it's 32. Again, ALE comes in the same manner. Again, I have memory bar 0, and as it's related to the right now read part operation, memory read part operation. So I have mentioned 1 and 0 here, 1 and 0 here, and then after last again read bar. So for this timing only recycle it. Is it clear to everyone? I'm holding
Yes,
here.
sir.
I'm holding for this slide for the 2 minutes. Everyone, please look at all the points carefully. Everyone, please look at all the points carefully. It's very easy. Everyone, please look at it carefully. If you have any kind of question, feel free to ask me. Suman, Ayamot, Eba, Ebisa, Aya, Allah, Amot, Asis, Sunny, is it clear?
Yes,
Yes
sir.
or no?
Clear.
Okay,
Yes, sir,
very good.
clear.
Now, next part we will do the discussion in the next lecture. Okay, so I keep up to this point only. Yeah. So let me take your attendance. Meanwhile, everyone, write down the summary in the chat box. Meanwhile, I'm writing, creating one task for everyone. Creating task for everyone. Yeah. Let me open the canvas. Yes, yes, Regina. Unmute your mic and ask me the question if you have. Then let me create one task for everyone. Yeah, you have to do it without fail. Let me open it. Let me share it with you all. Overall, weightage of the question also mentioned here, okay, so that you get some better idea. So I'm giving a 10 mark to everyone. You have to submit online. You have to upload a PDF file for this one. Okay. Uh, and within you can say one week time, you have to do it. Yeah. There is one observation I did in your class is sometimes some students are forgot to submit assignment and this kind of things. Yeah, I will grade it. Don't worry about that part. Yeah. Right now, you just think that you don't miss the deadline. So some students are always forgot to submit anything due to so and so reasons. So it's my request to everyone that don't forget that one. Otherwise, there is no meaning of deadline. In your classroom, let's say 70 students are there. If 70 students give me a one request, yeah, then it creates even some difficulty for other one also. Okay, so yeah, it's a homework file. Yeah, right, correct. It's homework file. And all these things are going to graded in your component. Okay? So it's not like without any reason I'm providing. The marks of this one is directly mapped to you, okay, for the different component. That's why it's really useful, really important as well. All the things are going to map in the CSE component, and it's must be handwritten. Must be handwritten. You have to create a PDF file with your name and number, and then after you have to upload it. Okay. So let me take your attendance.
Sir,
Yes.
I have done assignment 1 and the last date was 10th July, yeah, and it closed on the 4th around 4 p.m. sir.
So it's a WU's duty to verify the deadline and everything.
No sir, it was
I
my
have
duty,
given
but
the
it was
instruction in
10 July,
advance.
so I thought that around 12 o'clock.
So that's what actually dear problem raise up. Always I provide assignment with a deadline, but you forgot that one. So what should I do now? I have initially create on the July 10th. Just look at this one.
Yes sir.
Even though dear you forgot, then what should I do? I have to continuously open it.
No
So
sir.
you have to be serious. You are an engineer. You are not like a regular guy. Okay. If you like, for example, if you are doing a project in company, if you miss the deadline and if you give excuse to your department head, then what you will say? What he will say? I will provide you relaxation. Please go ahead with leg work. This is what you will do. So don't do that one. Okay. Try to behave, or you can say try to be a very much active, so that ultimately it will be benefit to you also. Okay. So this kind
Yes,
of
sir.
etiquettes also you need to create during your education. I will open it. Don't worry about that part, but make sure don't do same and same mistake again and again. Okay. So at the end of semester, once I will again on one day I will open that all the tasks. Okay, but on the just for one day at the ending of this semester. Okay, is it clear to all? At the end of semester, I will on one day I will open all the tasks. So if you miss any time in between, if you miss, then you have to upload it. But it doesn't mean then you will upload everything at the end. Okay, otherwise because the those will submit at the end. Obviously, some bifurcation of the marks are there. Let me take your attendance. And are you all understood what actually I have discussed in the today's session? Is it
Yes,
clear
sir.
to everyone? Yeah. Okay. 94, 97, 103,
Okay.
103,
Yes, sir.
107, 117, 119,
Present, sir.
120,
97, sir.
123, 124,
Yes, sir.
126. You all have to write down your name and number and summary in the chat box, okay? 127,
Yes, sir. Sir, 126.
131, 132,
Yes, sir.
137,
Yes, sir.
142, Daniel,
Yes, sir.
152, Shubham, 153, 154,
Yes, sir.
156, 157,
Yes, sir.
158, 158, 159, 162,
Yes, sir.
163,
Present, sir, Sandesh.
164, Neeraj,
Present, sir, Neeraj.
166, 167,
Present,
168,
sir. Sarika.
168, 169,
Present, sir. 168. Regina.
169, 170, 171,
170, sir.
171, 172,
Yes, sir.
173,
Yes, sir.
174,
Yes, sir.
175, 176, 177,
Present, sir.
Yes.
179. Please
176,
mute
sir.
your mic. If your turn is not there, please mute your mic. 179, 180,
Yes, sir.
181,
170, sir.
182, 183,
Yes, sir. 183.
185, 186,
Yes, sir.
187, 188,
Yes, sir.
189, 189, 190, 191,
190 present.
191,
191 is present.
192,
Present, sir. 192.
193,
190.
194,
Yes, sir. 194.
195,
195.
197,
Yes, sir. 197.
198,
198 present.
199,
Yes, sir.
200,
Yes, sir. 199.
201,
Present, sir. 21.
02,
Present,
204,
sir. 3202.
3204, 3207, 3208, 3210,
Pigeon sir 3210 assist.
3212, 3213,
Sir.
3214. Yeah. Is there anyone remaining?
Yes, sir.
175 sir.
One by one.
3216.
191 sir.
191.
175.
Then
191.
75.
Yeah. 175.
75.
Yeah.
Yes sir, 191.
Then yeah, I did it.
Sir.
Yeah.
3216.
321.
Ala Askar. 6.
321.
6.
Your voice is not clear. 3191. Yeah, 319. Yeah. Is there anyone remaining?
319669.
31.
69.
Yeah. Okay.
Sir, can I talk to you?
Sir, what about me?
Yeah. Is there everyone is covered in this one? Is there anyone remaining?
If no one is remaining, I want to talk to you, sir.
Which one? 1, 2, 3.
No, I want.
Raja,
Hello, can
you're
you-
talking about Mohan. Please write down his number in the chat box.
Sir, please, what
Yes.
about me? Ala Askar.
What about?
What about me? 3216.
3216. Yes, I have. You asked if your name is not there. 3216, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
3216.
You asked.
Ala
You
Askar.
asked. You asked Setu sir about this one. Okay.
Okay,
Sir,
thank you, sir.
Yeah.
so my name wasn't on the list
Okay.
for a very long time, but I was continuously attending the classes. Now my name
So
is on the
you-
list. Yeah, now it's on the list.
Okay. Okay. Then it's fine. Then it's fine. Yeah.
I mean, like, what about the sessions that I've attended before? Are they going to be considered or what?
You asked your class teacher for that one. Okay.
Okay, sir. But
Yeah.
what about this subject?
That's what I'm saying. That based upon the decision of their class teacher, we are going to apply it.
Okay, okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay, everyone. Bye bye.